Welcome back to another episode of Undiagnosed Baddie, your favorite daily 10-minute podcast hosted by me, your girl, BellaThaGawd. Y'all, okay, so I'm about to head outside real quick. But because I said I was going to show up every day, I got to put a motherfucking podcast out. So we are going to just go ahead and get into today's topic. I feel as though I am Tay Keys is trying to shake the table a little bit, but I want to talk about. Okay, let's get the subject first, cause baby, I got something to say. I am Tay Keys says my charts on first date is too much to ask for, sir. If you don't get the fuck politely, so this is what I'm gonna say. You have to know when to have class, decorum, couth when bringing up particular topics. We're on a first date. Obviously, you saw something that you liked, which is why you asked for my number, which is why you asked to take me out to see if you really, really like me, okay? Secondly, there's so many other things to talk about before getting straight into the MyChartness of it all. If you all don't know what MyChart is in the USA, excuse me, in the USA, it's basically something that insurance providers use to keep track of all of your medical records. Now, I know Kaiser has something totally different apps for different insurance providers, and basically, it's just basically saying you don't have any motherfucking STIs and or diseases. I think he's taking it too far. First date is too much. Like if it's a difference if y'all hit it off somewhere and you know you're going back to a place that first time you're meeting before you even get to a date to say, hey, what's up with you, like you want how you want to do this, right? I think it is absolutely appropriate in a situation like that. But on the first date, I think you doing too much. You got too much motherfucking dip on your chip. I have no problem talking about my medical history if I really want to have sex with you, right? I have no problem talking about any of outside of STIs and STDs, any of my medical history. I don't have a problem talking about that. But it's so funny because you can tell when men are new to a my chart experience or new to having health insurance. Men don't typically ask stuff like that, and I in the heterosexual community. Let's be very fucking clear about what I'm asking, about what I'm saying. Now, I know in the homosexual community, they tell us all the time, ladies, get on prep. We fucking y'all men, get on prep. And I don't want to say they are not um as hush hush scary about your sexual medical history, your medical sexual history, yeah, your sexual medical history, and because they don't want to get HIV. So I will say they are a few steps ahead of women in the heterosexual community when it comes to that. But if y'all go back and watch my show, Life, Lust, and Lies, it's one of the last vlogs on there that I did going to the clinic and showing y'all could go get all this stuff done for free. Where to go out VA to get it done for free. You can go in DC, you can go in Maryland and get it done for free. You can go to your insurance provider. To me, sometimes going to one of the free clinics is faster than getting in with your actual doctor, which is mind blowing to me. But also, people are scared to go to the clinics. I don't have a problem with somebody saying, let's go to the clinic. I remember this one dude. I was like, "Hey, this is mine." So pause that thought. There's a running joke amongst me and my friends, and we call it an oil change because you're supposed to get technically an oil change on your vehicle, what, like every 3 months, every so many miles, right? 5,000 to 10,000 miles. So we call it an oil change when we go get our checkup. And I love that for me. I love that for the core group of, that the core group of us that have that hidden, that, not hidden joke, that joke amongst us, right? And so when we go get our oil changes, be like, nigga, where you at? I'm gonna get my oil change. Bet. I love that for us because we are absolutely clean horse. You cannot be a dirty whore. And that's one thing that I do want to say. Shout out to all the sex workers. One thing I will say in that industry, the women are absolutely maintaining that they're clean bodies, because if you contract something, right? You're down for what, about 14 days, probably about 2 weeks. What is it, 7 to 14 days on antibiotics, depending on what you got. And that's a lot of money lost. And that's why they are always at the clinic, and they always tell you to use a condom and stuff like that. Now, this could get tricky too, right? So the conversation has come up amongst my friends and I, when we're sitting back and we're having conversations. And this is not like when you have 40 people over kickback type shit. This is like, all right, about 5, 6 of us or whatever, and we're having conversations. And we're like, okay, so when the condom comes in use, right? So we could be kissing. Cool. Exchange a little mouth to mouth down there. Okay. And then you put on a condom. And so some gentlemen were like, well, if I already ate you out, then I've already got whatever you got. So what's the difference if I just wham bam, thank you, ma'am, you know what I'm saying? No condom. So, and then it's the flip side to say, well, nah, like I remember seeing some lesbians argue on TikTok about using dental dam, right? It's very interesting about what people do, how far they go, and the acts that they commit with certain people. There are some gentlemen that say they're not giving head to every woman that they have sex with, which is crazy to me. Keep that shit over there. You know what I'm saying? We keep that shit over there. But at the same time, I'm just gonna put it out there, since we having this type of conversation. You don't do me, I'm not gonna do you, baby, and that's just how that's gonna go. It ain't gonna be. This not a one way street, Stank. Not at all. If you ever wondered that about Bella, and I don't really get too much into my sexual endeavors. However, I want y'all to know, I got an oil change last week. It's about that time. It's July. But yeah, with whatever you do as an adult, right? Make sure you're at least getting your oil changes. What I will say is that this gentleman here, once I started thinking about it and talking about it to you all, I was like, he must be gay, because what are you talking about? Is it too much for the first date? For me, it's absolutely too much for the first date, because you're just obviously, I know you want to have sex with me, right? But it's just too much in my face. Like, slow walk into that. Who's to say I even want to have sex with you? Who's to say if I say let me see it and I don't like the way it look, because I'm big on, man, let me see it. I ain't even trying to waste both of our times. Don't want to hear that I'm a grower, not a shower type shit. Like, what's up? Make it do what it do for you get. Like, I probably need to go back to that. I haven't done that in a long time. I'm gonna tell y'all a story real quick, because this is funny. So I remember meeting this dude at this time in my life. I had several gentlemen friends with the same name. Let's just call him Kevin, right? So I had like Kevin 1, Kevin 2, Kevin 3. I don't know why the universe does shit like that to me. Like right now, the universe is sending me all Taurus men. And I'm like, what the fuck is up with that? Like, what are these April men doing in my life? I don't know, whatever. Um, anyway, this particular Kevin, he wasn't handsome, and so Kevin kept trying to talk to me, and I was just like, man, I'm not really feeling you. Like, I'm not really feeling you. And he was like, man, just give me a chance. You know what I'm saying? You're beautiful. I like the way you look. You smell good. And niggas always tell me I smell good. And so I was like, man, let me see your dick. He said, what? I said, let me see your dick. He said, man, my friend standing here, your friend standing here. I said, then stop talking to me. You can't talk to me if you're not gonna let me see your dick. And he was like, come over here. And we went over to the side, and he showed me, and I gave Kevin my number. And shout out to Kevin. Shout out to Kevin. So that particular guy went in my phone as Ugly Kevin, right? So if I had three errands, it's like short Aaron, Ben's Aaron, Aaron with 4 kids. Like, I put that stuff in my phone so I remember. But y'all know I always do a call to action. So my question to y'all is, would you be offended if a gentleman asked you to show you your stuff on the first day, on the first date, and sex wasn't brought up? It wasn't, to say we about to go do this right now. Let me know in the comments. It's undiagnosed baddie. I can't even see the time limit, but we here. Is it over?